Good morning and happy Friday. Always nice to end the week with you here on 3+U. As you know, Fridays for us always mean a visit with the Chattanooga market. Usually Melissa Lael is here with a fun guest. She could not be here this morning, but the fun guest is here, Lakeisha Willett, who is with Erlanger Express Care. It's a good time for her to join us because this weekend is the health fair at the market. Nice to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
You and I could probably talk vendors and some jewelry shopping and some fall produce too, but we're going to talk to you about medicine.
Yes, ma'am. That would be good.
You are a physician's assistant with Erlanger Express Care. How many locations are there of the Express Care?
There are 5 convenient locations in the Chattanooga area, and we see most common illnesses and minor injuries, and we're open 7 days a week. We have convenient check-in online. Patients can visit our website for details and more information.
It's interesting to think about how our lives once worked before we had these express cares, because it really, you are like the primary care doctor for so many people. I know you don't want to be.
Yes, ma'am.
But to know that you're there in a pinch is such a relief for people.
Oh, yes, ma'am. And we're happy to act as the bridge for the community. We understand the way the medical system is right now. Primary cares are overbooked. They're working a lot, they're working heavy, and we're happy to take their patients that they can't see in time and treat those things that don't need to go to the emergency room necessarily. So we're happy to do those things.
So at the event this weekend at the market, are you going to be doing like some basic screenings for people and that kind of thing?
Yes, we're happy to be partnering with Erlanger Health Systems that's actually putting on the health fair. And so they will have many tables set up with blood pressure screenings and some other checks and helpful resources for the community, can answer any questions that they may have and help them get on their road to wellness and stay well.
I will talk with physicians pretty often on the show, and I'm sure you tell your friends this as a physician's assistant, the importance of, quote, knowing your numbers. And yet so many of us don't know our numbers, and by that we mean what? Cholesterol level, blood pressure?
Yes.
What else?
Blood pressure, your blood sugar, sometimes knowing what your O2 is helpful, especially in the setting of post-COVID. Those numbers have kind of changed for a lot of Americans since COVID pandemic, so that's some helpful information, and those are things that maybe can be discussed at the tables.
Is there ever such a thing as a typical day for you at Erlanger Express Care? Because I was going to ask you, what are you kind of seeing right now, but probably it changes every day. It
changes every day, and it's a fresh day. That's what's so exciting about urgent care. You get a little bit of the primary care stuff, yes, but we get a lot of variety of things that normally would go to their primary care or things that would go to the ER, and you're not really sure, should I go to the ER for this? And that's when the urgent care is really perfect for that. So that could be cuts, that could be abrasions, that could be rashes, lacerations, abscesses, and drainages, which is one of my favorite things.
Well, abscesses are one of your favorite things.
I like to drain them, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I won't get too detailed about it.
But to drain them. Okay, what about flu season? Are we in the cusp of flu?
Yes, we're coming into flu season, so there's a lot of cough and colds and sniffles. I saw a segment earlier that was talking about the difference between viral and allergy symptoms and kind of how they meet in the middle. We can also help patients decipher if they have the flu. I've only seen 1 flu case so far, so but I think we may be coming into that soon around Halloween time. So we can certainly test for that, for COVID. Mono is a thing, and some other things, and we can help patients feel better and get on the right track.
Are you able to do x-rays at an Erlanger Express Care?
Yes, most of our locations have x-rays convenient inside the clinic. However, if we don't, because things happen, we can certainly get the patient situated with getting the x-ray done in a timely fashion.
Yeah, because I did want to ask, you were talking about all the things that can happen, scrapes and bruises, and thinking back when my kids were little, it seems like if you were going to have a break, it was going to happen on a Saturday morning.
Happen on the weekend.
Yeah, so they can come to you, and then you can do the x-ray, and then if there is something that you can't treat, you're in the Erlanger system,
That's right, and we're more than happy to send them to the ER for the next appropriate treatment, so we're happy to do it.
Are you hoping that when you are at the market on Sunday, there's no need for people to sign up for anything ahead of time, right?
No,
they can just come shop?
Just come on, walk by, say hello. We'd love to see them. They're welcome to come and see us. We'd love to greet them with a warm smile and just tell them about what we have to offer, and just make sure they feel comfortable and welcome to see us anytime. We'd love it.
I love the fact, I'm going to tell a quick thing I learned about you, that you've been in the area for a couple of years now.
Yes.
But she came to help with an aging grandparent, right?
Yes, Nana.
Before that, she was in another part of the country helping with an aging grandparent. If you were called, to the profession you have, aren't
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
Keisha?
I'm called to this area. Yes, ma'am. I feel very fortunate and blessed to be able to see patients and help them get situated. And some patients are very emergent, so I won't get into all of that. But it's. I told a patient most recently, it's the most intimate that you will be with a stranger in 10 or 15 minutes, and I don't take that lightly.
But part of that intimacy is the emotional connection.
That's right.
People are coming to you at a time when they're very vulnerable.
Oh, yeah.
And they need that smile.
Oh, yeah, they're already feeling bad, so, we want to help them feel better. So we appreciate our patients and just want them to know we love them, and we're fortunate we're glad to be around. We're glad when they're well, but when you're not well, come and see us.
Well, there are usually a lot of smiles in this studio on a Friday, so we're never in a shortage of those, but you sure brought a big one this morning.
Oh, well.
And we thank you for that.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad to have you as well.
Thank you so
So
much.
you can go shake her hand too if you want to. All you got to do is go to the market this Sunday. It's the health fair, the Erlanger Health Fair. If you are looking for some urgent care needs, stop by one of the 5 locations at the Erlanger Express Care.
Yes.
I don't know if you make it to all 5. But if you do, I bet your patients are always glad to see you.
And I'm glad to see them as well.
Thank you much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Island Cove Outdoor Center on Highway